Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel, Air Records. Please, if you've been gaining value from the tutorial I bring, please do well to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so when I come up with new React tutorial videos, you get notified. Alright, this is what we're going to be designing in this tutorial. We're going to be designing this beautiful single user page. So, okay, this is our home page. You come to the user page, you get the user list. This is the user list page. It also has a pagination. This was done in our previous class anyway. Yeah, so for you to get to a single user page, all you need to do is just to click on that user. You click on the view button and it takes you to the single user page. Yeah, so when you click on this edit button, you get to edit the record, but that will be uh much later because this is still a style. We're just doing the styling. This is still a static web page. Okay, right, let's get into our coding. Okay, that's it. So let's just write here single. Let's just write here single. Okay, so what we do here is we give this a class name of single. Yeah, so the first thing we're going to have two siblings. The first, and you know, as what we normally do, the first sibling is going to be our sidebar. Let's just import our sidebar right here. Yeah, this is it. Then the second sibling is going to be our single container. So I think you already know the drill by now. So we create a container, say single. That'll be a div of single container. So inside of it we put our navbar. I think our navbar is not open. Let's open it so that it can auto import for us. Okay, it's opened. It's here, navbar. So why is it not navbar? Okay, this is it. All right. So let's go into our home page. Now let's go into our app.jsx and create a single route. So we duplicate this. No, let's just do this. Yeah, so this is going to be single. Or no, we're going to give it an ID. So this is how you call an ID. This is how you create a path of a particular user. You know, users are going to come in when you start fetching from your API. You're going to be getting single users or single products or single items, whatever, by ID. Because like in a classroom, every individual is identified by his name or a nickname or an alias or something. So in programming in React, you identify each item or each user or each product with an ID, and this is the way you call it. You use the column. You understand this much later, though. Use the column and use the ID, and that's it. Okay, so this is the way this part now. So let me just show you what that means. So let's go to our browser. Let's call Okay, let me first of all give our single page something so it can display. So let me just create a div right here. Oh, I don't even need to do this. Let me just go straight to it because we already have our sidebar and navbar. Oh yeah, yeah, we can still do it. Doesn't mean I can remove it later. Let's call this single. Okay, so let's go to our browser now. So you see, once I use after the slash, if I put any strings of numbers and characters, numbers and letters, let's look at this. When I click on enter, you see what displays now. Sorry, we have not called our component, we just gave it the path. Sorry about that. So let's go to our app.js. We still have the list here. This is not what we're supposed to have. We're supposed to call our single component. I think let me correct this. Sorry, I use a small letter here. It's meant to be a capital letter. So all this will change. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to our app.js. So let me see if it would call now. Okay, this is it. Okay, so yeah, this is what we want, but we are not done yet. So let's go to our styling so that our page will display properly. Let's go to your single dot scss. Remember, we gave it a class of single. Look at it here. We gave it a class of single, and our single container, the second child, we gave it a class of single container. So let's quickly do that. Dot single. So we're going to say display flex. We are displaying our navbar, sorry, our sidebar and our navbar vertically. Sorry, or we're displaying it horizontally. They're going to stand side by side. So we say display flex. I'll give it a width of 100%. Width of 100%. The entire browser width. Yeah. So we now call our single container. Single container, which is the second sibling. So why I'm saying all this is so that you can follow along. Single container, we give it flex 6. So that should display properly now. Let's refresh. Okay, we are forgetting something. Sorry, that's me. I take the blame for that. We're here to import our style.css. I keep forgetting this. Import dot slash. single dot scss and terminate it with a semicolon. This I'll start be picking right now. Okay, this is it. So you see our single here. Yeah, we're on our single page right now. So the point I was trying to make was that with the path that I called in our app.js, creating a route and giving it a path of slash. This slash is our home page. Then that column ID represent any strings of numbers and characters you put here, because these are your ID will be coming in. You get? So that's why. Then inside that route, I called our single page. You understand? So when you hit this is slash column ID, which stands for any strings you put after your slash. You understand? So by the time, okay, now let me go to, okay, good, this is a good time to do this. So let me go to our components data table. Yep. So this is our view button. This is our view button. So right here in this view, we're going to create a tag, a link tag, and that will be imported from React Router DOM. See it here, link from React Router DOM. So let's do. Okay, so it's going to surround our view div. So you just cut this, Ctrl X, and come under this, Ctrl V. Yeah. So you see we have imported it at the top here. You see it. Yeah, I thought we imported it. Link from your router DOM. Where is it? Okay, this is it. We've imported it now. Okay, so what we do is just we are going to use the to keyword. So that's what you do inside your link tag. Just use the to keyword. So what are you linking to? We're linking to slash let's use it. You see it now, is linking us to our single page. Let me do that again. Is our home page. These are users page, and these are single users page. It's linking us there because that's what we wrote. But if I say instead of this, if I just put a string of characters here, I think it should do the same. So that to display our users page, then our single users page. You see the string of characters I put, that's what it's showing in our URL here. Okay, so if you take note of this, you see that in our material UI data grid, in this buffer, in this button, you will see we're having a link line here. So I'll show you how to remove that. So what you do is just you come here and say, give it an inline style, and this is the way you write your inline style. And you say text decoration none. text decoration. Text decoration. This is it. Text decoration. I give it a value of none. So that should solve it. We shouldn't be seeing that line anymore now. You see it has gone. So still link is still working. So now let's go straight to our lesson for the day. So let's go to our single page. Yeah, so what we are going to have here, not this div, we're going to have a div of top, then we're going to have another div of bottom. Understand? So in our top now, what we're going to have in our top, we're going to have an h1, we're going to give it a class name of title. Yeah, I'll give him class name of title. So we're going to just say users transaction, users no, let's just say users account record. For past 6 months. Oh, what? Okay, past 6 months. Past 6 months. Past 6 months. Yep. So underneath it, we are going to have what I'm going to have underneath the h1, we're going to have a div of item. Item. Okay, we're going to have a div of item. This is going to be item. So inside this item, we're going to have two major components, and that's going to be image tag. We're going to have an image tag, img tag. Please guys, don't be angry about my neighbor. I have a very lousy neighbor. You might be hearing a voice from the side, so please just bear with me. There's nothing I can do. So we're going to give it a source. I'm going to give it an alt. Then we're going to give it a class name. Of image title. Or let's just say image item. Okay, so the next sibling is going to be what we're going to have next. We're going to have details. Next thing is going to be details. We're going to have a div of details. Yep. So inside details, we're going to have an h1. Going to have an h1. of give a title of item title, item title. Okay, so we're just going to say users user information, user information. Okay, so below that we're gonna have detail item. So let's just create a div and give it a class name of detail item. Okay, so inside this we're gonna have two siblings, and we're gonna have key and value. So you understand this when we start styling. So we're gonna have a class name of item key, and below it is going to be item value. Sorry, item value. Item value. You get. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is take notes in our top. We are going to have left and right, so I missed that. So all these are going to be inside left, a div of left, a div of left. So let me just copy this, Ctrl X. This is top, so we're gonna have it here, Ctrl V. That settles it. So this is our top. Yep. Then this is our bottom. Yeah, that's what I missed. Yeah, it was meant to be, this top is going to be inside. So everything we did is going to be at it in the top components. Everything we're going to have is, we're going to have two things inside top. We're going to have left and right. Really sorry about that. I missed that arrangement. So this is our top and this is our left. So yeah, we're going to have another div of right. Yep. So let me just give this right so that it can display right. Yeah. Then in this left, let me just write here left, so we can see what is there. Yep. So now we go into our CSS. So what we do is that we are going straight into our single CSS. We're going to first of all go to our single. Then inside our single, we're going to reference our single container. Inside single container, we have navbar and our top. So just follow along. So inside single container, we have our navbar and our top. So we're gonna say dot top. Let me look at this again. Okay, class name of top. So I'm gonna say display flex. Display flex. We're gonna say let's copy our box shadow, because I want we're going to say display flex. Let's give it a gap of 20 px, gap of 20 px, and let's give it a padding of 20 px. Understand? Inside top we have left and right. You get? So we are saying display flex. They are going to be horizontal. So for that to display, let's go to our, let's go and look for where we had that style. I want to take that box shadow. Let me see inside this chart if we inside this CSS. Okay, this is it. You can get it from here. This box shadow. We need it. Control C. Okay, let's put it here. Control V. Okay. So let's also have, so we're going to give inside this top, we are going to call our, sorry, this box shadow is not supposed to be here. Let's copy it out first. Ctrl X. We're going to have our left. So you see what it's going to look like now. Left, we're going to give it a flex 1. Flex 1. I'm going to give it a box shadow. And let's also have right. I'm going to give this one flex 2. Flex 2. Let's also give it its own box shadow. So let's check it out. Okay, you see it now? Yeah. Let's give it some border radius. So we're going to give this one a padding. This top, we're going to give it a padding. It has a padding of 20 px. Is it displaying here? I'm not seeing the padding. Did I do a typo error? So okay, yeah, 20 px. I forgot to write X there. Okay, you can see it now. Okay, so inside left now, let's give it a padding of 20 px. Padding of 20 px. And let's give it a border radius of 10 px. Of 10 px. Let's check it out. Okay, so inside the left, we're gonna have item. So I'm gonna say display flex. So inside item, remember what we have there. Inside item, remember we have image and a depth of details. So let's go and get an image. Let's just go into our table. Let's go to our data.css. No, not that. Let's go to our data. Let's just go and copy. So let's just take one of this. Let me take this one. Control C. So let's go and paste in our source. Control V. Let's see if our source is okay. Our image is here right now. Yep. So inside our left, we're supposed to have display of flex. Why isn't it? Okay, let me just style our image first of all. Style our image. Inside our item, we have item image. So let's give it a width of 100 px. Width of 100 px. Width of 100 px. Height of 100 px also. Then give it a border radius. A border radius of 50%. I wrote item img. It's img item. Sorry. img item. How is this blocking my view? Hey. img item. Okay. And that has taken up our style. Let's give it an object fit of cover. So I think what we have to do next, let me check our JSX and see. So we have our, let's style our details. So we have inside it, we have h1 information and item title. Then we have a div of details. Okay. So inside this item, okay, we have details. We have details. Let me be sure this style is correct. Okay, with details with an S. Okay. Okay, details. So now we have item details. We have item title rather, sorry. Item title. So we are going to give it a margin bottom of 10px. Margin bottom of 10px. And we'll give it a color of gray. Okay, let's reduce that size. Let's give it a font size of 25px. Okay, so after that, what we're going to have there, we are going to have detail items. Now JSX detail item. So we're having key value. Let's give this one a key of email and a value of ehibelo@gmail.com. Okay, let's check it out. This is it here. So we are going to duplicate that. Sorry, this is going to be a span, not a div. Because span is a inline element, it's not a block level element, so it allows other elements beside it. For those of you who are still new to HTML, we have block level element and inline element. A span is an inline element. You see, without giving it a style, it will allow other element beside it to display horizontally. That's it. So I'm going to duplicate this detail item 3 more times. Ctrl C, second, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V. So yeah, we're gonna have we're gonna have phone. Let's just say +234 90. I hope that's nobody's number. That's just random anyway. Okay, then we're gonna have next, we're gonna have address. Let's just say Yaba, Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, then we're gonna have country. in Nigeria. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. So we're gonna go into detail items now, which is inside our details. Okay, so inside here, we're gonna do detail. Sorry, detail items. Detail item. So I'm gonna say margin bottom 10 px. Let me see what I called it. Oh, sorry. Detail item. Okay, see they've spaced out. Yeah. So we're gonna have item key and item value. That's what we have inside our detail item. Look at it here. Detail item. We have two span inside, item key and item value. So we're gonna say item key item key item key. So we'll say font weight bold. Let's give it a font weight of bold. We're going to be color of gray and margin right of 5 px. Color gray and margin right of 5 px. 5 px. Let's see. Okay, see this spaced out. Yeah, better. So let's give inside this item, let's do a gap of 20 px. Let's do a gap of 20 px so that the image can space away. Let's still increase it. Let's do a gap of, or let's do a justify content space between. Let's see if that will work. Let's do justify content space between. What am I typing? Okay, this is fine. But I think I really prefer gap. Let's just do a gap so that it, or let's try space around. Let's see if that works. Space around. Sorry. Justify content space around. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, guys. So what we're gonna do right here is just to remove this and put the username. So put you can write your own name. So mine will be Ehiwema Bello. Okay, let's check that out. Okay, I think this is looking good right now. Let's just put a margin bottom of 5 px and see how that would look. So let's check and see the styling. Okay, in our title, let's go to our style sheet or SCSS for title. Okay, let's do a margin bottom right here. Margin bottom of 5 px. Let's try 10 px and see if that would okay, this is better now. Okay, so what we'll do next is that we are going to go to our um, chat component. We have a chat here, then below we have a table. So let's just do that right away. So we'll go to components. Okay, this is chat. Okay, so let's go into our single GSX rather and import the chat components right there. So instead of having right here, we'll bring in chat. It should be self-closing. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, it's not here right now. Let's import it. Sorry. Okay, these are our chat components. Shoot. Okay, this is it, but it's too the height is too much. So what we'll do now, instead of having a fixed height, we're gonna give it an height based on the component where it's used. So in order to achieve that, we're going to do pop drilling. It's gonna be dynamic instead of static. I'm gonna it's gonna take an height bit. Okay, let me just show it to you. So let's go to chat component itself. So, okay, this is it. So here where we have 2:1, we just give it a prop of aspect. Just watch closely what I'm doing here. This is how you do prop drilling. So we'll come right into the arrow function. In the curly braces there, we pass in aspect. Yeah, so we go to our single component and specify what aspect is going to be. So we say aspect is going to be equals So we say 3. Let's see, let's say 3 is to 1, so we have a lesser height there. So 3 is to 1. Let's check it now. Okay, see the height has reduced. Okay, so that's how simple you do prop drilling. So let me see, let me look at what we have here. So this revenue for the past 6 months, let's also make this dynamic. Okay, let's go to our component, our chart component. You see here where we have revenue for the past 6 months. This is also going to be dynamic. Oh, sorry, let me just copy this. Control C, or let me do Control X rather, since we want to change what is there. Control X. So what we're going to put here is going to be title. So when you want to do dynamic variables, you're going to use your curly braces. You already know that. So we go at the top and also pass title as a prop, then go back to our single JSX and specify what title will be here. Title is gonna be equals to but this time we're gonna specify user revenue. So let's check it out. So you see it here, it now says user revenue for the past 6 months. So if I go to home, you will see that our chart is going to be this is going to have a, it's not going to be displaying properly. It's going to crash. Just look at it. You see, it's going to crash. So let's quickly go to our home page and fix that. Since we already did prop drilling, it's not going to be picking up properly again, so we have to specify the prop there too. So these are our home components. So yeah, we're going to say this is not it. Let's go into chart. Yeah, this is it. So we're going to say aspect is equals to and we're going to specify, say 2 is to 1. Then we specify what we want title to be. So say title equals to this. So let's check it out. Go to home. Okay, you see it's displaying properly. Revenue for the past 6 months, and our chart is now okay. So that's just that. So now let's bring in our table, because at the bottom here we're gonna have a table. See, we are done with the top now, so what we have left to do is our table. So what do we call our table? Let me check the components so we'll see what we named it. Card. Components. We have charts. Okay, let me just close this up. So call this data table. Address bar, sidebar. Okay, this is our table. Let me go into it and see what we're importing. Table list. We're importing table list. That's what we call it. Table list. Okay, let's go to our JSX. Okay, this is a table list. Okay, let's check it out. To user, to view. Okay, it's here now. This is it. So we're going to give it a padding. So we're going to go to our styling now. We gave this a class name of bottom. So let's go to our single.css. So inside our single container, okay, let me check this properly so we don't make a mistake. I want to check my JSX. Single.jsx. So inside our single sidebar. Okay, inside this we have our navbar. Then we have our top. Okay. Okay, that is inside our single container. Yep. So let's inside single container. Okay, come here. Right bottom. Let's give it a margin of 20 px. Margin of okay, see we now have a margin here. Okay, so let's also give it a box shadow. Let's use this box shadow we have here. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So let's also give it a border radius of 20 px. Okay, this is fine. This is looking good. So I think now we are done with our user page. So the next thing we are going to design now is our new page. That's the page where users can onboard themselves, that's register themselves into the platform. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Please do well to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I come up with new videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next time. Okay, we're actually almost done with this particular single user page. But what I forgot to do here is that at this edge here, I think you can see my cursor. At this edge here, I want to have a button of edit, so we can edit. It can give us an option of editing a user's details. So let me quickly do that, and that is going to be under left. Let me first of all go to the GSX and put it there. Single CSS, and let's look for left. Yeah, yeah, paste it here. Control V. Then left itself, we give it a position of relative. Okay, let's check it out now. Okay, so let's position it. It's here. Position. We're gonna do top 0. Sorry. Top 0. Right 0. See where it is now. Okay, so let's proceed. We're gonna give it a padding of 5px. Padding of 5px. Let's check it. Okay, we're now gonna give it a background color of let's say background color of, let's use orange red. Okay, we'll give it an opacity. Let's give it an opacity. Let's bring this like this and see. Okay, this is better. So we're gonna, let me show you. We're gonna have a curvy edge here. So this is how we do it, and that's gonna be border radius. Border radius. Okay, so let me just show you how this thing works. Or let me remove this border radius so my code doesn't throw an error. Let me first of all show you guys, so you follow on what I do. You see this top, this is how you do. If you want to do multiple styling on one line, you can say border radius 10px. It's going to give everything. Border radius at this edge 10px, at this edge 10px, at this edge 10px, at this edge 10px. But I only want the border radius to be here, so it's a clockwise styling. 10px top, the way you call it, 10px top, 10px right, 10px bottom right, 10px bottom left. So we are going to have 0. We don't want a border radius here, we don't want a border radius here, we don't want a border radius here. So we are going to go like this: 0 0 0 10. So you see it's the clockwise movement if you want to style on one line. So let's do that now, so you see what I'm talking about. Border radius 0 0 0 10px. You see it? That's what I was actually and that's okay. But let's give this edit a color of white. Let's see if that will be looking better. I think this looks better. Okay, that's it, guys.